Welcome back to the channel, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Today's video is all about a truly historic and incredibly valuable coin that could be hiding in your pocket change or old family coin jar. We're diving deep into the story, features, and current market value of the 1941 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent wheat penny, a coin that, believe it or not, can be worth up to $82,336 today. That's right. Just one penny from over 80 years ago could make you thousands of dollars richer if you know what to look for. So sit back, hit that like button, and let's explore the hidden fortune behind the 1941 Lincoln wheat penny. First, let's talk about the history behind this remarkable coin. The 1941 Lincoln wheat penny was minted during a significant time in American history. The United States was on the brink of entering World War II, and the nation was undergoing economic and industrial transformation. Amid all this, the U.S. Mint in Philadelphia struck millions of 1-cent coins, including the 1941 no-mint mark Lincoln wheat penny. The design of this penny, like others minted from 1909 to 1958, features the famous wheat ears reverse and the portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse. The obverse of the coin displays the right-facing bust of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. His initials, VDB, can be found on some varieties at the bottom of the reverse side, though not on all. Around the portrait you'll see the words, "In God We Trust." At the top, Liberty, to the left, and the date, 1941, on the right. Since this is the Philadelphia Mint version, there is no mint mark under the date. Now turning to the reverse, we see two stylized wheat ears curving inward from the left and right sides. Between them is the denomination, 1 cent, followed by the words, United States of America. Above it all is the motto, E pluribus unum. This iconic design was used on all Lincoln pennies from 1909 to 1958 and has become a cherished symbol for collectors. In 1941, the Philadelphia Mint produced over 887 million Lincoln wheat pennies, which may make you think they're common and not worth much. And for most circulated examples, you'd be right. They typically range from a few cents to a couple of dollars in lower grades. But here's where things get exciting. When it comes to rare high-grade specimens, coins that have been preserved in pristine condition for decades, the story changes entirely. A 1941 Lincoln penny graded MS68 Plus read by PCGS or NGC, meaning it is in near-perfect mint state condition with brilliant red original luster, can fetch a small fortune at auction. Why? Because out of the nearly 900 million coins produced that year, only a handful have survived in perfect condition, untouched by circulation, corrosion, or wear. These high-grade survivors are what collectors and investors fight over, and the prices reflect that intense competition. One such example recently sold for an astounding $82,336 at a major coin auction. That's right, what was once worth a single cent has skyrocketed in value because of its pristine condition, rarity in that condition, and its appeal to high-end collectors. These top-grade coins are often found in old rolls, original mint sets, or hidden away in private collections, sometimes without the owners knowing what they truly have. So how do you know if your 1941 no-mint mark penny is worth big money? There are a few things you need to check. First, check the condition. If your coin has sharp details, no signs of wear, strong luster, and a bright reddish hue, it may be classified as red MS, mint state. Coins graded MS60 to MS65 are worth more than average, but once you get to MS66 and beyond, especially MS67 and MS68, values rise dramatically. Second, look for any errors or varieties. While the 1941 no-mint mark penny is not widely known for major errors, some rare examples have shown doubled dies or off-center strikes. A doubled die obverse, where letters and numbers appear to be doubled, can dramatically increase the value of your coin. Third, consider having your coin professionally graded. Top grading companies like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, and NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, will assign your coin a grade and certify its authenticity. This adds significant value and trust for potential buyers if you ever choose to sell. Now let's talk about market value. As of today, The current record sale for a 1941 no-mint mark Lincoln penny stands at $82,336, as we mentioned earlier. However, here's a breakdown of estimated market values based on coin grade. In good, G4, to fine, F12 condition, it may sell for 10 cents to $0.25 in very fine, VF20, to extremely fine, EF40 condition. Values rise to around 50 cents to $1 in about uncirculated, 50 to 58 Australian dollars condition. It might fetch $1 to $5 in mint state, MS60 MS63. You could expect $8 to $20 in MS64 to MS65 red. It can sell for $40 to $125 in MS66 red. Values range between $200 to $400. MS67 red coins command prices from $2,000 to $6,000, and if you somehow have a MS68 plus red, you're looking at a potential value of $70,000 to $82,336 or more, depending on the market and rarity of that particular specimen. So what can we learn from the 1941 Lincoln penny? That history, preservation, and a little bit of luck can turn a single copper cent into a fortune. If you're a collector or just curious about coin hunting, always keep an eye out for older pennies, especially pre-1959 wheatbacks in beautiful condition. You never know what treasures you might find. To wrap up, the 1941 no-mint mark Lincoln wheat penny is more than just a piece of metal. It's a historical artifact, a collector's gem, and potentially a life-changing discovery. If you have one, treat it with care. And if you find one in mint condition, you could be holding a piece worth tens of thousands of dollars. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this deep dive into rare and valuable coins, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing stories from the world of numismatics. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a new upload. Who knows, your next great coin find might just be the topic of our next video. Until next time, happy collecting and good luck treasure hunting. Welcome back to the channel, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating and valuable Lincoln wheat pennies ever struck by the U.S. Mint, the 1951 Lincoln 1-cent wheat penny. This coin, originally minted for everyday use, has become a true collector's gem. Stick around as we explore its history, key features, minting details, rare errors, and the surprising reason why one of these coins is now valued at a jaw-dropping $59,299 in today's coin market. Let's get started. The Lincoln Wheat Penny series began in 1909 and was minted all the way through 1958. These coins feature the iconic profile of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side, designed by Victor David Brenner, and two wheat stalks flanking the words 1 cent on the reverse. The 1951 Lincoln Wheat Penny was minted at the Denver Mint, denoted by the small D mint mark just below the date on the obverse side. Now, let's talk about mintage. In 1951, the Denver Mint produced over 625 million Lincoln Wheat pennies. That's right, more than 500 million coins. At first glance, that may sound like this coin should be extremely common, and for the average circulated version, it is. However, not all 1951 pennies are created equal. Some rare examples, especially in high grades with no wear, rare errors, or striking varieties, can be worth thousands, and in one stunning case, as much as $59,299. But how can a simple 1-cent coin minted in 1951 be worth nearly $60,000? Let's break it down. First, condition is king in the world of coin collecting. Most 1951 Lincoln Wheat pennies were used in daily transactions and heavily circulated. As a result, the majority show signs of wear, scratches, nicks, and worn details. However, if a coin was saved in uncirculated condition, preserved carefully with no contact marks, and has a strong strike with full details, its value increases exponentially. A coin in MS67 or MS68 red condition, that means mint state with full original red luster, can fetch a fortune at auction. In fact, a 1951 Lincoln penny graded MS67 plus RD by PCGS, the professional coin grading service, sold for an unbelievable $59,299 at auction. Why? Because it's one of the finest known examples in existence. The coin had blazing red surfaces, almost perfect fields, razor-sharp details, and exceptional eye appeal. Collectors were eager to own such a high-grade specimen from a relatively high mintage year, driving up the price dramatically. But it's not just about condition. The rarity of errors also plays a massive role in the value of the 1951 D penny. Let's talk about some of the known and valuable error types for this coin. 1. D/D repunched mint mark (RPM). This happens when the Denver mint mark was punched more than once onto the die, slightly offset. Some 1951 D pennies display a visible double D under magnification, known as RPM number 1 or RPM number 2. These are highly sought after by variety collectors. 2. Off-center strikes, where the coin is misaligned during striking, and part of the design is missing. A 10 to 15% off-center 1951 D wheat penny in uncirculated condition can sell for hundreds of dollars. 3. Broad strikes and die cracks. Coins struck without retaining collars or those with visible cracks in the die can create visually dramatic effects and boost the coin's value significantly. Now, let's take a moment to understand the historical context. The year 1951 was a time of transition in the United States. World War II had ended a few years earlier, and the country was heading into the Korean War. The economy was growing, coins were being used heavily in commerce, and few people at the time thought to save a penny. That's what makes high-grade survivors so rare today, especially with the red luster intact. So how can you tell if you have a valuable 1951 D Lincoln wheat penny? Start by checking the mint mark. Look for that small D beneath the date. Then examine the coin's condition. Does it have a bright red color? Are there minimal scratches or signs of wear? Is the strike sharp, showing all the details of Lincoln's coat and hair? Do the wheat stalks on the reverse have strong lines? Next, look closely for any mint errors or doubling, especially around the date and mint mark. If you suspect you have something unusual, consider getting the coin certified by a professional grading company like PCGS or NGC. A coin authenticated and graded by a top-tier service adds major credibility and value for collectors and potential buyers. Let's talk a bit more about the market demand. Rare coins like the 1951 D wheat penny in top condition are hot items at auction. Investors and collectors alike are constantly on the lookout for coins that represent the best of the best in terms of preservation and scarcity. As more people enter the numismatic hobby, demand for elite coins increases, and so does the price. Now, you might be asking, where can I find one of these valuable 1951 D pennies? You can start by checking your old coin jars, family piggy banks, and inherited collections. Local coin shows, estate sales, and even antique stores sometimes yield hidden treasures. You can also buy and sell on trusted numismatic marketplaces like Heritage Auctions, Great Collections, and eBay, but always make sure you know how to spot fakes and overgraded coins. To summarize, the 1951 D Lincoln wheat penny, though minted in massive numbers, can be worth an extraordinary amount, up to $59,299, if it is in top condition, features rare mint errors, or is one of the highest grade examples in existence. This humble copper coin has gone from pocket change to a high-value collectible, making it a must-watch for any coin hunter or numismatics enthusiast. So don't underestimate the power of a penny. Check your collection, grab a magnifying glass, and you might just uncover a fortune hiding in plain sight. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the history and value of the 1951 D Lincoln wheat penny, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell icon so you never miss our latest uploads on rare and valuable coins. Drop a comment below if you've ever come across a 1951 D penny or want us to cover another specific coin. Until next time, keep searching, stay curious, and happy collecting. Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel, where we bring you the most exciting stories and hidden treasures of rare and valuable coins found in everyday pocket change. Today, we're diving deep into the world of Lincoln wheat pennies and shining a spotlight on one special coin, the legendary 1954 D mint mark Lincoln 1-cent wheat penny, a coin that could be worth as much as $87,001 in today's coin market. Yes, you heard that right. One single penny from 1954, struck in Denver with the DE mint mark, could be worth thousands of dollars. And we're going to explore exactly why that is, what to look for, and how you can possibly find one of these gems hidden in your own collection, coin jar, or even spare change. So let's get started. The Lincoln Wheat Penny series began in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, and ever since its release, it has become one of the most iconic and collected coin series in American history. These wheat pennies were minted from 1909 to 1958, and during this long run, a number of these coins have become extremely rare due to minting errors, low mintages, or condition rarity. The 1954 D wheat penny was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the three mints operating in the U.S. at that time, the others being Philadelphia and San Francisco. In 1954 alone, the Denver Mint produced over 251 million Lincoln pennies. So why is this particular one, the 1954 D, worth so much money? Well, the answer lies in a few key factors: rarity and high grade, mint errors, condition, and collector demand. While 251 million sounds like a lot, almost all of these coins went into general circulation and were heavily used for decades. That means finding a 1954 D penny in pristine, uncirculated, or near perfect condition is extremely rare. Most of the surviving examples are heavily worn, scratched, or corroded. Now here's where it gets exciting. Some examples of the 1954 D penny have sold for tens of thousands of dollars, and one particular coin in MS-67 red, mint state, condition, certified by PCGS or NGC, fetched a jaw-dropping $87,001 at auction. This kind of value comes from the coin's flawless condition, strong strike, vibrant red luster, and the fact that it's one of the best-known examples of that year and mint mark. In addition to high-grade versions, there are also error varieties of the 1954 D penny that can make it much more valuable. Some known minting errors include 1. Double die averse DDO. This happens when the coin is struck twice with a misaligned die, resulting in doubling in the lettering like "In God We Trust, Liberty," or the date 1954. 2. Off-center strikes. If the coin was not properly centered during the strike, part of the design will be missing, and the blank area increases its value. 3. Repunched mint marks RPM. This is when the D mint mark was punched more than once in different positions. Some 1954 D pennies show visible doubling of the D, and these can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on their clarity and condition. So, what should you look for if you think you have a 1954 D penny? First, check the mint mark. It should be a small d, just below the date. Second, examine the overall condition of the coin. If the coin has a bright red copper color with little to no wear, it may fall into the red or red-brown uncirculated category, and those are significantly more valuable. Third, use a magnifying glass to check for any possible errors like doubling, off-center strikes, or a repunched mint mark. These minor details can make a massive difference in value. If your 1954 D penny appears to be in excellent condition or has a visible error, it's highly recommended to have it professionally graded by a trusted grading company like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company. These companies will verify the authenticity and quality of your coin and assign it a grade from 1 to 70. Coins that grade above MS-65 red are the real moneymakers. Let's quickly break down the general price ranges for the 1954 D Lincoln Wheat Penny. In heavily circulated condition, between 3 and 25 cents. In lightly circulated condition, 50 cents to $3 in mint state MS-60 to MS-63. Around $5 to $30 in MS-64 to MS-66 red-brown. $50 to $200 in MS-66 to MS-67 red, anywhere from $1,000 to over $10,000, and that record-breaking example in MS-67 plus red condition? $87,001. That's right. A 1-cent coin potentially worth over $87,000 if you happen to find the right one. Now, let's talk briefly about why collectors are willing to pay so much. Coins like the 1954 wheat penny in top grade represent perfection in minting and preservation. They are extremely difficult to find, especially in red uncirculated condition. For passionate collectors who aim to complete high-grade sets, owning one of the finest known examples of a date and mint mark is a prized achievement, and that's what drives these sky-high prices. To wrap it all up, if you ever come across a 1954 Lincoln wheat penny, don't ignore it. Check the date, inspect the mint mark, look for any oddities or errors, and most importantly, examine the condition. A seemingly ordinary penny could change your life if it's the right one. With the right traits and a bit of luck, your coin could be worth tens of thousands of dollars. So keep your eyes open, search those coin jars, go through your old collections, and maybe you'll uncover one of the rarest and most valuable Lincoln wheat pennies ever made. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want more content about rare and valuable coins, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a coin that could make you rich. Drop us a comment if you found any rare wheat pennies or if you have a 1954 penny in your collection. We'd love to hear your story. Until next time, happy hunting and may your next penny be worth a fortune. Welcome back, coin collectors and treasure hunters. If you've got a jar full of old pennies sitting somewhere in your house, you might want to grab it now, because today we're diving deep into the incredible story of the 1958 no-mint mark Lincoln wheat penny, a humble 1-cent coin that could be worth as much as $74,901. Yes, you heard that right, $74,901 for a single penny. Let's find out what makes this little copper coin so valuable, what to look for, and why it's become one of the most talked about coins in U.S. history. Let's start with a bit of history. The Lincoln wheat penny was first minted in 1909, replacing the Indian head cent and marking the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this iconic coin featured the profile of President Lincoln on the obverse and 2 stalks of wheat on the reverse, which is why it's often referred to as the wheat penny. The 1958 wheat penny was the last official year the wheat design appeared before it was replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design in 1959. That means the 1958 wheat penny represents the end of an era, a final tribute to a classic American coin design. Now let's talk about the 1958 no-mint mark variety. Coins without a mint mark were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, and in 1958, millions of these pennies were produced, over 252 million, to be exact. So, with such a high mintage, you might be wondering, how could this possibly be worth so much? The answer lies in rarity, condition, and errors. Let's break that down. While most 1958 no-mint mark pennies are common and only worth a few cents in circulated condition, there are a few extremely rare versions that collectors will pay big money for, especially in mint state condition, or when the coin has unique errors or varieties. One of the most famous is the 1958 double die obverse error. This type of error occurs when the coin's die is improperly made, resulting in doubling of the date, or lettering on the front side of the coin. The 1958 double die wheat penny is considered one of the holy grails of Lincoln cents. Only a handful are known to exist. Possibly just 3 to 5 examples have ever been authenticated. That makes it ultra-rare, and collectors have paid astronomical prices to own one. In 2018, one of these legendary 1958 double die pennies in MS65 red condition, that's a very high mint state grade with full red original luster, was sold at auction for an incredible $336,000. That's right, over $250,000 for one penny. But even without that extreme double die, a regular 1958 no-mint mark wheat penny in pristine condition, especially if graded MS67 or higher, can sell for thousands. If your 1958 penny is bright red in color, free from scratches, and has full sharp details, you could be looking at a value in the high 4-figure or even 5-figure range. And now, here's the part you've been waiting for. The current market value of a top-quality 1958 no-mint mark Lincoln wheat penny in mint state condition has recently been recorded as $74,901. That's right, A nearly flawless example of this historic coin has reached nearly $75,000 at auction. Why? Because serious collectors are always willing to pay big for the last year wheat penny in top-grade condition, especially when it's a key variety or near-perfect specimen. So, what should you be looking for in your own collection? Here are a few things to keep an eye out for. Double die obverse, DDO. Look closely at the date. 1958. And the words, "In God We Trust," and "Liberty." If you see clear doubling, you might have a rare variety. Color: a red RD coin is worth more than a red-brown RB or brown BN coin. Red coins have retained their original copper shine. Condition: coins graded MS65, MS66, MS67, or even MS68 are the most valuable. A coin in average circulated condition is worth less, but still collectible. No scratches, no wear, even a tiny nick can lower the value significantly. Handle the coin gently and consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC if you believe it's valuable. Full strike and luster, sharp details on Lincoln's hair and coat, strong wheat stalks on the back, and that original mint luster. These are all signs of a high-value coin. So, if you have a 1958 wheat penny, don't ignore it, especially if it's been sitting untouched for decades. Grab a magnifying glass, check for doubling, observe the color, and handle it carefully. Even a small coin like this could be your ticket to a life-changing discovery. And here's a bonus tip. Always check coin rolls from the bank, old piggy banks, estate sales, and antique shops. Some of these valuable pennies are still hiding in plain sight, waiting for someone like you to find them. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update about valuable coins that could be hiding right in your change. Comment below if you've ever found a rare penny, or if you're now inspired to start searching. We love hearing your stories. This is your host signing off. Keep collecting, keep hunting, and remember, sometimes, it only takes one penny to change your life. See you in the next video.